Alright, so this is a no education podcast.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another episode of Nova Education. As always, I am your host, Noved. Thank you for tuning in. It is Tuesday, July the 5th. Yes, Tuesday, July the 5th. Yesterday was the 4th of July. And, we just had the day off. That's what it was. Shout out to my boy, Victor the Guru, at Victor93Till. On Thursday, we will be recording our UFC Fantasy League update episode. So if you want to be updated on that, let me know. I just got to tell you, if you've been following my guys, your boy's not looking too good right now. Your boy is not looking too good right now, but it's all good. So we're going to be recording that episode on Thursday. It will be my 100th episode. So if, you want to, call in, make a phone call or FaceTime or Instagram, FaceTime, whatever, let me know beforehand. I'll give you the time on when, we're going to be recording. And then I'll let you guys know, maybe you got to take to give. This is for everything, but I'm going to be starting to implement that sort of thing on the Thursday episodes. So be on the lookout for that. I hope everybody had a safe and fun 4th of July weekend, man. Shout out to my boys out there. Shout out to the Maniacs, my boy Chris Ortega, my boy Dylan, Alfred, Andrew the Hammer, Master E, Drepic. Shout out to the Maniacs, bro. My boy Ortega says I never shot him out. My bad, bro. I love you, Papa. I love you. But we went over to Dylan's pad. We all got together. It was cool. We went to go watch the UFC 276. Obviously, one of the most hyped pay-per-view UFC events of the year. And long story short, it did not live up to the hype. Plain and simple, bro. Plain and simple. Let's see. I had Sugar Sean O'Malley winning. I had Brian Barbarano. I had Sean Strickland. I had Alexander Volkonowski, and then I had Israel Adesanya, the last Stylebender, winning. Everything was good except for two if you count the no contest, which we can start off that, But the Sugar Sean O'Malley, versus Pedro Munoz, this dude. This was his test to be inside the top 10, to see if he could hang with these boys, which we know he could hang with the boys, but, it has to be finally done like on paper for the Sugar Sean O'Malley. But obviously there was an eye poke and whatever. To start it off like that, that's what kind of got the lackluster vibe of the whole card. You know what I'm saying? It started going. And then there was a no contest. So for Sugar Sean O'Malley, I know he's got to flip this to his advantage. He will flip this to his advantage anyways. Because there was I saw this YouTuber or this video of this dude he breaking down on where exactly the eye poke was. Now, a lot of people thought it was the finger, and we all thought it was the finger because initially that's what was shown. But then this dude broke it down, and I guess like there was a punch that went inside the eye, like the leather went inside the eye, and then it was the poke right after that. And that's what did it, So I don't know what it is. Maybe they'll run it back. I wouldn't mind to see them run it back. Like why the fuck not? But I think they're just gonna throw Sugar Sean inside the top 10 already, because it's been a minute from him coming, But the way the UFC is grooming him, I don't know what they're gonna do. He does it so smart. He he manages his own contracts. He negotiates his own contracts. So whatever happens, I'm pretty sure that it's gonna be in favor for Sugar Sean O'Malley. You know what I'm saying? He's a heavy favorite in a lot of his fights, and then he's damn near the most famous fighter on the fucking card. So yeah, the no contest sucked, but I mean, we are gonna get more Sugar Sean O'Malley later. So that was that, and then we had the fucking I think the best fight, unless you want to count the fucking Volkonowski. I think the best fight in the card, which was Brian Barbarano versus Robbie Lollard. Now, I had Brian Barbarano winning by knockout, and that's what happened, but it wasn't easy, bro. It wasn't easy. If you like fights where these fools were throwing putazos, you like blood, you like elbows, you like gut checks, you like all that shit, y'all should watch the replay of that fight, bro. It was a good fucking fight. My boy Dylan almost went to go smoke through the fight. That's how pissed off he was about the no contest before. And I was like, nah, sit down, bro. Sit down. This fight's going to be a good, it's going to be a good fight. It's going to be a knockout. These fools, they throw bombs. There's going to be a knockout. So Brian Barbarano versus Robbie Lollard, it was one of those fights that you just love to fucking see. And it's like, we won. Brian Barbarano ended up winning, but we won as the audience. You know what I'm saying? It was a good fucking fight. Then you had the Sean Strickland, my boy Sean Strickland versus Alex Pereira. People were saying Pereira. I'm going to say Pereira, bro. That's what it looks like to me, but whatever. He got knocked the fuck out. He got knocked the fuck out. Now this, for me, I'm going to be real. I'm going to be straight up real, bro. I love Sean Strickland so fucking much. He's a dog. This has got to be the worst game plan in UFC history that I've ever seen. I thought he was going to implement a lot more of his mixed martial arts instead of just trying to go toe-to-toe, blow for blow with Alex Pereira. And I think what did it was that the reporters, everyone was asking questions on they asked Sean Strickland, how are you going to keep up with Pereira's kickboxing? And there was a lot of times where Sean was like, well, like, you don't think I could do that, bro? Like, you don't think I could keep up with them? And it's like, you probably could. We believe that you probably could, but Pereira's a fucking kickboxing champ, as you can see. It was clear on the two different fighters, how the difference of both these fighters and how they were. Where Sean Strickland, he looked like he was just coming in, waiting to fucking start getting blows thrown at him. Pereira looked like a very, competitive, like he's a competition fighter. He looked very much like a competition fighter where he started off from the get-go. You're not going to block this kick? Okay, how about this kick? You're not going to block this one? Or how about this gut punch? Or you're not going to block this gun punch? How about this left fucking check to the face? Dink! And Sean Strickland, it looks so fucking weird. And I thought that he was just trying to, deceive him. I thought that he was just trying to, make it a better fight than what people were going to think it was, because he was just coming in with his arms not even high, protecting his face, but not low, protecting his body. It was more of like, it was mid-chest, kind of like the old school boxers with the fucking, the put 'em up, those, with the handlebar mustache. Like, it kind of looked like that. I was like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? So I thought he was going to go in for maybe try to do a takedown. He didn't necessarily have to do any type of jiu-jitsu or wrestling, but apply pressure to make the dude uncomfortable, which he didn't do. But Pereira, he set up that fucking check left beautiful, bro. He set that shit up so fucking beautiful, and that seems to be his signature punch. So, the whole narrative was that he was the dude who knocked out Izzy, and he beat Izzy twice. And I think he knocked him out with that left check punch as well, too. So, I mean, it is what it is. Sean Strickland, come back stronger, but now what's going to happen? It was clear that Dana White said that this fool was going to be the next up in line to be the next contender for the championship. So it's going to be him versus Izzy. And it's crazy because, watching it, as you're watching it, it was like, when you're surrounded by the hype of it, the knockout, like, oh, what the fuck? My boy Dylan, he pointed out, he was like, God damn, like, I never seen this before. And I was like, what? Like, somebody from another league coming into the UFC? And he's like, no, like, this dude is actually hunting Adesanya. Like, he's hunting him. And I was like, oh, shit, like, it does look like he's hunting him, So he's here. Like, he's finally here. That one knockout, that one, sometimes as anything, in any competitive sport, boxing, football, baseball, gaming, anything like that, sometimes, there's just that one person you can't beat at a certain thing. And it just haunts you in the back of your head. Like, why can't I beat this motherfucker? Why can't I beat? And we were saying, like, maybe Izzy's thinking that, Giving it, probably 3 days later. So today, I don't know if that's so sure about Izzy. I think what they did is they sold that narrative. The UFC sold that narrative for the for Izzy right now because there's no one really else for him to fight. Except now you have the dude, he got knocked out by him back then. You got beat by him twice back then. And now he's coming to get you. That's what they're selling. But I don't think he necessarily has fought anybody else in like the top 10, has he? I mean, Strickland's number 4, but that was a crazy matchup. That was a crazy fucking matchup. But for him to knock out Strickland, that was big. That was very, very big. So do I think that he has what it takes to beat Izzy? Of course he has what it takes to beat Izzy. But I don't think he's going to do that because Izzy is a totally different fighter. A totally different fighter now. I think that Pereira, he has a better matchup. He's a better matchup for Izzy, stylistically. They both can go tick for tack, the blow for blow, you know what I'm saying? But ultimately, I think that Izzy has seen his share of better competitors, better fighters, and he's overcome so much. Even losing to Jan Blachowicz in the light heavyweight, I think just him as a fighter, him going in as, I'm a change fighter. I am the champion. Let's get it cracking. I'll take Izzy. I'll take Izzy straight up. I think that, Izzy does, he has what it takes to continue becoming the champion. But we'll see what happens. But on to the next fight. We had Alexander Volkonowski versus Max Holloway, bro. The trilogy. This was supposed to be the end of this chapter. And let me tell you, it was the end of this chapter. I love Max Holloway. Going into it though, I was thinking I want to take Max. I want to take Max. But something is just telling me bro, that's not going to happen. Holloway's not going to win. And Volkanovski just came in levels above. He came in so sharp. Those swords, his timing, his range, his defense, his power that he has is just levels above in that division. The first round, it was, Volkanovski was staying busy. If I recall, he was staying busy. He took that fight, but then you still had it in the back of your mind, Holloway's been here. And it's gonna be a good fight. But there was that one punch where it was just a Volkanovski just straight, full power straight, and Holloway leaned into that punch, bro. Ultimately, that's what changed the fight. When he got that fucking big ass gash in his eyebrow, that's what changed the fight. And that shit was big, bro. He could fit my fucking whole thumb in that bitch. And that shit, that was a big, big gash. But Holloway, props to finishing the fight. Yeah, Volkanovski's the guy. He's the champ. I know he said he wants to move up to that lightweight to go trying to see what's up with that. Whatever. Maybe do that, but there's still some questions that need to be answered over there in that lightweight division. The motherfuckers don't even have a champ right now, so you got to get, I think it's Makhachev versus Oliveira, I believe so. I mean, what other fight is there unless they give Dariush and Makhachev the interim champ or some shit or, some bullshit like that. But whatever the case may be, that still needs to be answered. Those questions still need to be answered. And that's not even on paper yet. It's not even a set in stone deal. So I know there's a boy in that division where, Josh Emmett's supposed to be the next guy up, because Holloway, Ortega already has a fight coming up. Holloway's out. Kattar just lost. So Josh Emmett is the dude right now. And I think that, I was looking at the last fight between Emmett and Calvin Kattar, and, Josh Emmett, he matches up well. He numbers wise, stylistically wise, he matches up well against Volkanovski. But I think that Volkanovski still, he's just levels above in that division, bro. He has the most power. He has the sharpest tools in that division, and there's nobody to take him out. Bro. I mean, unless you call up Henry Cejudo or whatever, maybe he goes to that lightweight division and fights Michael Chandler or somebody like that. But I don't know. There's a lot of questions to be answered right there. So we'll see what happens with that fight. And then the championship fight, the main card. This was, people were upset. I was upset watching the fight, because going into it, Izzy, this is what people got to realize. These fighters got to sell the fights, my boy. They're still businessmen at the end of the day. And Izzy was, he was saying, I want to make highlights. I want to take chances. I want to say, hey, I tried to do that move on this guy, just to try to get the big highlight reel. And I get it. Hey, do all that. But when you don't come through, expect the backlash. But that comes with the territory. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, he is the champion. He has to defend his belt. People, they have to come and get his belt. He has to defend his belt. There's a different story, different narratives going into it. Whereas like Usman, he still has the narrative in his head that, hey, no, I'm still fighting for my belt, which is two totally different things. You've seen Usman's fights. They're dirty, bro. They're gritty. He goes blow for blow. He didn't step out. But Izzy is just too tall, too fast, too precise, too accurate, and too deceivingly strong to where if you have a fighter like Jared Cannonier who can brawl, and he has that knockout power where they has him, fighters like him second guessing themselves, not taking the chances, but you got to take chances to fucking get the belt. You know what I mean? You have to take chances to get the belt. And that was the story going in. Is Jared going to take the chances? Ultimately, I seen him, try to push it, try to apply pressure, but he didn't want to get caught. You know what I'm saying? Both of them didn't want to get caught. So that's why it was like more of a defensive fight. And then at the end, you saw Jared Cannonier try to go in and apply pressure, but by then it was already too late. So overall for me, they didn't live up to the hype. Definitely didn't live up to the hype. It was a cool card. You still had that Barbarano fight. Some of the prelims were tight. I missed a lot of the prelims because I was driving. And then, that Volkonowski, you had the knockout, the Volkonowski fucking just clinic. And then Izzy just defending his title. It wasn't that bad looking back at it, but it won't go down as one of the best fights ever necessarily. So we're gonna see what happens next. Like I said, stay tuned for our UFC Fantasy League update episode on Thursday. That will be the 100th episode. And let me know what you guys think about the UFC 276. What's next for these fighters? What are you excited for? Excited to see Pereira? I seen Khamzat Chimaev say, Dana, let me get some of that Pereira. But he's lined up for the championship fight for that middleweight belt. So after Pereira, for Izzy, if he beats him, I think Izzy should go up to light heavyweight, bro. I think that him versus Yuri will be that fight that everybody wants. I think like he is a born light heavyweight, Izzy. He just drops weight. Like he exercises and drops the weight to where he has to be a middleweight. That's where he fits in. But I think for him to be like in the light heavyweight division versus Yuri, woo, take my fucking money, bro. That will be a fucking badass fight. It won't be like a Jan Blachowicz fight where he just sits on you and waits for you, waits for the time to run out. Nah, Yuri's going to fucking want to throw blow for blows for you. So let me know what you think for you next for, all these fighters. I'm excited for it. But of course, this wasn't a great card, but it was still National Fight Week. We had Donald Cerrone retiring from the octagon, bro, after taking that L. And, he just looked like, all right, like I'm done, bro. Like he looked so relieved to retire. And, Donald Cerrone, props to you, baby. Props to you on a great career. One of the most the highest longevity in the game. Donald Cerrone. And supposedly there's, rumors that he's going to go and start making movies. So, hey, that is what it is. Go ahead and do that, bro. But he's done with the UFC. Then you had Daniel Cormier and Khabib Nurmagomedov getting inducted into the UFC Hall of Fame. That was cool, man. I seen Khabib's speech, Daniel's DC speech, and he said that ultimately he did grab onto the towel to make the weight. I think we all knew that already, but it's just funny to see him, to hear him, kind of confirm it. It's cool, these things that these fighters go through throughout their careers. You had the Michael Bisping of his whole eye thing, and people coming out of it later on in their careers, and they start breaking down those stories. It's just fun to hear. It is very fun to hear. So shout out to DC and Khabibi on making that UFC Hall of Fame. Props to you guys. But What else do we got? What else do we got, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, also shout out to my girl. I believe she said she's gonna be counting the times I say, but if y'all seen that How I Met Your Mother episode, that's what she's talking about. But but what else we got? We have I just briefly went over the SC and UCLA going to the Big Ten. You know, I guess I could break it down a little bit more. What do y'all think? I think we could do that. But here we go. It seems like it's obviously a big money move. It's a money move. Me personally, I don't love it because I was born as an SC fan, born into the Pac-10 back then, what it was. And it seems like they're trying to dissolve the Pac-12, bro. You know, I think they were going to get San Jose State and San Diego State. And, you know, they were talking about with some other teams that they're trying to go into another conference. And then they're waiting on Oregon to see if Notre Dame is going to go to the Big Ten. I don't fucking know, man. I don't know about that. But here's the deal. I'm still going to be an SC fan, bro. I'm still going to be an SC fan. I'm still going to be, fighting on to the day I die. You know what I'm saying? So my only hope is that we finish this year strong with the Pac-12. We get a championship. These dudes, we make it to the playoffs. Let's get a playoffs. Let's try to go out to that national championship. Everybody, you had Oregon had their time a little bit. UCLA, I believe, had that 1 year run where they didn't make it. I believe Arizona, Washington, Utah, I think. All these teams, they had their chance to fucking take over the Pac-12 while fucking, SC, well, big dog SC was sleeping, bro. When we were sleeping, going through our shit. Y'all had your chance, bro. Now it's time for Lincoln Riley to give SC alumni, SC fans, SC football its due diligence and win a Pac-12 championship this season and make it into the playoffs. Remind them who fucking daddy is, bro. Let them know who was running this bitch for the whole fucking 2000s. Let them know, remind them. That way when we leave the Pac-12, that way when we leave our legacy, we leave those schools to enter the Big Ten, they will never take that away from us. And that's what I want. That's what I want. Yes, I want a national championship, but with this news, I want them to take over this Pac-12 season and bring a chip back, bro. Bring a chip back. As passionate as I am about the national championship, I'm even more passionate about the Pac-12, bro. I root for Pac-12 players. I root for Pac-12, every time of someone gets drafted, I go, oh, look, he got drafted. Even if you're an UCLA fan, I believe they wanted SC, but SC didn't want to leave without UCLA because that's our brother. That's our rivals. That's cool. We got to get the rivals there too, so that's cool. But we got to leave on that high note. Lincoln Riley, baby. Come on. Lincoln Riley. Let's play this. Let's go. We won a Pac-12 championship this season. We will not take anything less. This is it. This is it. We are going to remind y'all. This is what we want, Lincoln Riley. Now, entering the Big Ten. Now, I said it in my video. If y'all follow me on TikTok and Instagram at NovedOrtiz, NovedOrtiz. We're going to have to get back to smash mouth football. We're going to have to get back to running the ball football. None of this finesse shit. This finesse shit, it was cool while it lasted. It was cool. Whatever. Yeah, we had some heartbreak games. We got blown out. Whatever. The Big Ten, they are not going to take that shit, bro. Those corn-fed motherfuckers, they are not going to take that shit, bro. They are deep. Football is religion right there, bro. Who do we got? Let's see the names in the Big Ten. Let's just rattle off some names. What let's see. Big Ten teams on Google. Here's just to name a few. Just to name a few. We got Ohio State Buckeyes. We got the Michigan Wolverines, Nebraska Cornhuskers, the Iowa Hawkeyes, Wisconsin Badgers, Michigan State Spartans, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, Penn State, bro, the Indiana Hoosiers. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Let's get back to that smash mouth football and enter the Big Ten like we should. Let's enter the Big Ten like we some dogs. We some Trojans. Let's Trojan horse this bitch. Let's enter that shit. Woo, I'm hyped, bro. I'm truly hyped for SC football. I can't wait. Can't wait for football just to get started. You know what I'm saying? But what do you guys think about SC and UCLA heading into the Big Ten? Like I said, change is inevitable, but fuck it. Let's do it. All I ask. Lincoln Riley. All I ask. We need a Pac-12 championship. I don't care what it takes. I don't care what it takes. All right, let's see what else we got. We had the NBA 2K just dropped its its logo. I mean its cover, and of course NFL 2K23 is Jordan, bro. It's Jordan. It's whatever. They're gonna bring back the Jordan moments. All this tells me is that next season's cover, next season's 2K. Y'all know, bro. Y'all know what it is. The Mamba moments. If they don't do this, this will be the biggest slap in the face to Kobe fans and to Kobe Bryant. This will be the biggest slap in the face because I'm tired of people not putting Kobe at that top. A lot of people are disrespecting him. A lot of people are disrespecting Kobe. A lot of people put Magic over Kobe. LeBron over Kobe. When Magic Johnson himself says the greatest Laker is Kobe Bryant, bruh. Kobe Bryant. Michael Jordan said the only one who can imitate him, the only one who could come close to him is Kobe Bryant. Come on, bruh. But that's all that tells me. Am I going to get it? Yeah, I'm going to get it. Yeah, I'm going to get it. It looks tight, though. I'm not going to lie. It looks very tight. But, hey, man, what are we going to do, though? That's what it is, right? If we're going to go that the 23, the number, the next one's got to be Kobe. The next one has to be Kobe. Or at least Kobe and Gigi or something. Because if they don't, that's the biggest slap in the face. They got a whole year to think about it. A whole damn year to think about it. But I'm pretty sure we're going to be talking about it later on in the Dead Space Entertainment. Go ahead and follow us on YouTube, Instagram, all that good stuff. I believe that's all I have for you today, ladies and gentlemen. Short episode, but thank you for hanging on with me. You know what I'm saying? So follow me on all my social medias. I got my Madden games up there on YouTube. It's Novid Ortiz, Novedortiz. I'm feeling a little bit better. If you guys been noticing, like I've been kind of sick for the past few months. Feeling a little bit better, feeling a lot better actually. You know what I'm saying? So 5 a.m. beats of myself. We're gonna get back into the studio. So all I can ask from you guys, man, is just like, subscribe, share, all that stuff. All the music I just put out. You could buy it, but it's also free. All this content, all this podcast episodes I put out, it's all free. You can purchase it, but it's all free. Everything is free, man. That's the one thing. I don't care if you don't like it or whatever. Just share it. If you're my boy, share it. If you're not, hey, good on you. But whatever. I do this for the people who actually listen to my shit, who actually want to hear my takes, who actually want to give their own takes. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy at Satan Uncensored. He has his own little podcast now called The Money Shot. He's putting out betting guides. He's a betting guide. And this past weekend, go ahead and look at that video because the boy made some money, bro. The boy made some money. I'm not going to give you any more details about it because I don't know how it goes, but y'all go look at that video. It's on my YouTube. If you have anything you want to put out movie reviews, show reviews, album reviews, let me know, man, and I could present it on my YouTube channel or however you want. If you need any help with anything, let me know, man. I'm always open to help, but don't be a hating ass bitch. That's all I can say, bro. Stop being a hating ass. Hating ain't get you nowhere. Everybody gets the same 24 hours. We all get the same 24 hours. Make do with what you got. Everybody's going to struggle. Everybody got something going on. Just keep pushing. Keep pushing. Keep trying to be consistent. The motivation will come. The inspiration will come. All that good stuff, man. But thank you for listening. If you've been listening this long, thank you for listening. Shout out to my boy Victor the Guru at Satan and the Dead Space Entertainment. We will be recording, but also look out for our Wednesday Nighters. I'm also having the Wednesday Nighters episode, and that's more where we talk about, shows, movies, miscellaneous shit. And then the Thursday episodes with Victor the Guru, we will be talking about our UFC Fantasy League. And then going into the Fantasy Football League, that is where we will be having our main episodes for the Fantasy Football. So be sure to keep an eye up on that. Thank you for listening. I love y'all. Peace.
Alright, so this is a No Education Podcast.